disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Welcome once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me, as always, my podcast partners, Joe Harley and Angel Diaz. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up, man?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Internet Network. On Mondays, we've got Raw with Mimi and Lump. Tuesdays is CTE with Chris Lowe's and Travis. Wednesdays is us, Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Mike, Joe, and Angel. And on Thursdays, you can get the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. For more information, you can check us out. Just look for the Martial Arts Internet Network on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Fellas, it's showtime. What is going on?
Man, easy going week. Working hard, doing what I can, and just, enjoying some football. Again, go blue. It was a rough win, but I'll take it.
Wait a minute, Joe. We enjoyed some football. And we're gonna get it. We can get into that a little bit too.
The Lions do what the Lions do, man. I like the Lions, but that's what it's like to be a Lions fan.
Yeah. Bugs, what's going on with you, man?
Nothing, man. Just chilling, really, just relaxing.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was fine. It was actually chill, man. I don't know. Like, I'm really finding a lot of pleasure in not traveling. It's just amazing.
Didn't you go to a tournament this weekend?
Yeah, but that was in New York. That was just going to go watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I went there watching. I can't compete for a while, so I'm just chilling, man.
I forgot you're on the injured list.
Yeah, man. So it's just real. I don't know, man. I really enjoy just sitting there. So I went there.
How's the injury?
It's fine. I'm just trying to get back to training now. So doing stuff in the air, doing Zooms. I'll tell you what, man. Today I sparred with my kids, and I sparred with my advanced kids, like my brown belts and purple belts and blue belts.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, man. I was actually getting hit today. They'd usually never touch me. I could just take off whenever I want, see things, this, and that. And then today I was being a little gun shy. Didn't really they hit me a few times, and I was oh no, this ain't good. So I was so now I'm just not that I want to beat up my kids, but now I'm can't wait for the next class that I want to do sparring with them, because man, I gotta make sure I gotta get back on my game. But it was actually kind of good, man. It just reminds me as much as I want to be out there, I'm not ready yet, so I gotta just baby step my way back in there.
You talking about your karate kids and not your students, right? Not your.
No, he's talking about his students, I think. Oh, you're talking about yeah, it should be karate, hopefully.
Yeah, karate kids. Why would I fight my student?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what you have to?
That video you posted with that kid dancing, was that in your class?
Yeah.
Your job?
Yeah.
That was funny. You're a laid-back teacher, huh?
It's Spanish Heritage Month, so I told them we are playing Spanish music from now till October 15th. Because I'll be honest with you, my school, for some reason, they suck at celebrating the heritages. They'll put up they'll put up a bulletin board of all the flags or whatever, but they'll never go out and talk about something, or they'll never say nothing. They never make events for the students during the day to celebrate Spanish Heritage Month. Same thing with Black History Month. Listen, I was at that school.
They gotta get on that.
Listen, I remember for Black History Month one year, they did Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the month of Black History Month. I lost my mind.
They do go together.
It's in February?
Yeah.
But they never talked about Black History Month. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I believe you on that, but I'm just saying.
That's where I was just I'm not saying don't I'm not saying don't promote them, just don't promote one and not the other. Like that's just
No,
what
I
you
hear
got.
you. You're
So
100% right.
so
I
that's what
agree.
I lost it over that 1 year. So that's why I was like, you know what, man? Like I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna like be different. We're gonna like all my kids we're gonna listen to Spanish music. When it's Black History Month, we'll do everything we want. And now like I said, I believe in just celebrating it. So
All
so yeah,
right.
he wanted to learn how to dance to Spanish music, and I was like, all right, put your own little spin on it, and then he did it, and it was just hilarious. So it
No,
was cool.
it looked like everyone was having a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm a little under the weather right now. I'm actually not in Detroit. I'm in Bowling Green, Kentucky right now.
How you
And
like that?
well, you know what, man? Let's see. The people down here are a little bit nicer than I was expecting. You know,
What were you
you know,
expecting? Hold on. What were you expecting? Because I have in my mind, I know what I would expect if I go down there.
yeah, that's probably what I that's what I was. But everybody's kind of friendly. The people I've seen, they say, "Hey, how you doing, sir?" And I was like,
Yo,
"Oh,
real talk. I don't know why, but like every time I hear about like Kentucky and Tennessee and all that, I just get
mhm,
like I get afraid just to go to those states.
mhm." Imagine I drove down here.
Hmm.
So I'm definitely I use Waze all the way down here, man. I'm definitely looking at it and making sure I'm paying attention where the police are. 'Cause
I'm
I
about to say,
definitely
don't go above that. Yo, listen, do not
no
go above the speed
no
limit. I'm
no
telling
no
you, listen, for everyone out there, I have the worst driving record down south. Like for some reason, Virginia, Ohio, all these places, I get stopped like it's nothing, and I will be doing like I remember I got into an argument with a cop because it was a 55 and he stopped me for going 58, and I was like,
He must have
I,
needed a quarter or something.
I
That's
was like, it's
crazy.
only 3 miles over the speed limit. He's like, well, son, here in Virginia, it don't matter if you're 1 mile or 30 miles over. As if you're over, you're going
yeah
down.
yeah I
And
got
he
one
said
for
that to
five
me straight
before.
like that. And I looked at him and I'm like, well, in Connecticut, if you go over by 20, you get stopped. Like, ain't no one going to stop you for 5 miles. Like, that's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
just
Hey, Gene,
Yeah.
how was your birthday, man?
Man, it was nice. So yeah, I'm a year older. 46 now.
happy birthday, bro.
And thank you, man. Thank you. So it was nice, man. And, normally I don't really go out my way to do anything for my birthday. I just pretty chill. So, but Melissa, she was planning stuff. I knew she was planning something because she kept giggling and looking up things online, and
Yep.
I had no idea what she had planned, but it was nice. So first thing we went to this place called Public House, and we had some cocktails, and then we went to escape room, and we went to go do the Harry Houdini.
Oh,
Man,
cool.
that was really really fun. Now we did not escape. And see that thing, something like that, you need a group of
And
people.
there goes his internet.
Uh
You're good on my
You did
side. Go,
not
go, go,
escape.
go, go.
Oh, okay. Good. All right. So thanks. So yeah. So like I said, I'm in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and the internet is absolutely horrible in this hotel. So if I'm going in and out, it's not my fault. Not this time. I got the internet fixed at my house, so it's not like the original days of Fist Kicks and Flicks. Anyway,
They were definitely entertaining.
yeah, man, that was horrible. So
And it took you guys a little bit to catch your footing on that too.
yeah, definitely.
But
So
it started getting real good.
So we went to the Harry Houdini escape room, and like I said, we did not escape, but it was a good time, man. I mean, I felt like Batman. Trying to pick up all of the different clues, and you had to do this in order for this to open up, and you had to figure out this. You had to put together a puzzle, and it was a good time. So I told Melissa, like, we got to go back because we only had an hour to escape, and but then just being two of us, we had to complete 4 quests, and we did 2 of them within that hour. So I told her, I was like, we got to go back, do it again. We'll get a group of people to go this time. And I definitely remember what we did before. So we're going to get through that first 2 quests within the first 5 minutes, because I remember exactly how to do it. And I'm going over it in my head over and over and over. So the next time when we go back, we're going to zoom through the first 2 quests real quick and fast so we can finish the rest of it, because I want to see how it ends. And then after that, we went to bowl. My best friend showed up. She showed up, and we bowled a little bit. And then after that, we went to 24 Seconds Bar and Grill, got something to eat. And like at this point, me and Melissa were buzzing. And we had so many drinks at the bowling alley. And then we realized we hadn't eaten. We hadn't eaten since breakfast.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, that really wasn't smart of us.
Woo, y'all must have been a little woo.
Oh yeah, I was definitely feeling it. And she was too. She was a little bit worse off than I am. Luckily, I was driving, but yeah, we definitely we killed that food at 24 Seconds. You ever been there before, Joe?
No, where's that at?
It's in Berkeley. It's on 12 Mile. Okay. So it's a real cool spot. It's a sports bar.
Okay.
But it's real cool, So we were there, ate some food. We did not drink there. We couldn't. We were too drunk. We couldn't drink anything else. So we ate.
Man, as long as you had fun.
Yeah, we had a real good time, and it was just us. We had a real good time. So, like I said, normally I don't do anything for my birthday, and she made it special for me. So, definitely appreciated that. And then I had to get on the road Monday. Drove down here, and I'm down here and trying to teach classes on Zoom. Because I know you're tied up all week, Joe. So I've been doing it on Zoom, and man, this internet is just horrible down here. I'm surprised I'm actually on this working right now.
I got my whole up to Thursday just packed, and then Friday, I get a little relief, but not much.
Okay. And then I listened to CTE. I haven't finished CTE yet, but I found out that my mom is a Patreon supporter and listens
fantastic.
to CTE. So I might have to clean up my language a little bit.
Uh-oh. You gonna start hearing from moms?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like she won't do it. Like, that's something my mom would do. It's like, what would you talk about this, that, and the other? And yeah. So I'm gonna have to watch some of the things that I say.
I just want to say, Mama Plowden, I am deeply sorry for everything I said earlier, and I will promise you I'll clean up my act.
So
yeah, you two foul mouth characters.
Hey, hold on. So, could I just say that I was about to say, man, Gene is about to get HR written up because he's gonna say people from Bowling Green, Kentucky is about to talk about them.
I'm not gonna talk about it. You know what, man? Close. Because I probably would have. Nice. Yeah, I don't want to start coughing, so that's why I'm sipping on this tea right now. I'm not trying to laugh. I'm not trying to get, because if I start coughing, man, I'm gonna have to put myself on mute, and I'm gonna go away. I'm just gonna go into the bathroom and sit in the bathroom for a little while, because I'm gonna be coughing so much, and I don't want it to spill over into the podcast.
I got you.
So yeah, I'm trying to control my laughter and trying to control my voice.
Oh, today's gonna be hard for you then.
I'm gonna try not to. Now my brother, man, did you listen to CTE?
No, I'm gonna listen tomorrow probably. I'm busy today. But the title, whenever he does the titles, they always interest me.
Yeah,
and he does it on purpose, I'm sure. But I'm like, man, I gotta listen. I gotta hurry up and listen.
Travis, the Lions piss me off. Of course, the Lions piss me off, just like everybody else. But I'm always going to support my team. And I'm not just going to just look down on them just because they have a history, 60 or 70 years of just being a bad organization. Sooner or later, going to turn it around. And, they were talking about the Lions, and he expected them to lose, and he laughed at this, that, and the other. And they could have, St. Brown got hurt. So, of course, we're down a great player for us. And Swift got hurt. And Swift. And Tracy Walker. So come on now. And we still almost pulled it out. So to me, the Lions are going up as of right now. They might not stay there.
The Lions could easily be 3-0 right now.
They could. They really could.
That's the thing that pisses me off.
But I like what I see.
I like what I see. I loved.
Whoa, hold on. Time out for a second. My producer, Joe, look in the top right corner, like by my name. Like, it doesn't say Fist Kicks and Flicks up here. It says CTE. This is hold up. Time out.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, cuz if you behind the boards, you can get rid of that CTE, get rid of that. and put the fist kicks and flicks up. There we go. That's how
He
it's
was
supposed
quick.
to be.
He was quick with that. Good. All
There you
right.
go.
Good stuff.
There you
Very
go,
nice.
cuz. There you go. There you go. Get that CT
Ah.
out of here. That's the wrong show. Anyway. Now back to my Lions. Yes. So in the event that the Lions ever win the Super Bowl, I'm going to do whatever I can for my brother not to attend the parade.
Yes.
Travis, you cannot go to the parade.
Nope.
No, you're not allowed to go to the parade, Travis. You cannot. And he probably don't want to go anyway. But I'm just saying.
Well, tell me
are
this.
not
So
allowed.
he's out dogging the Lions.
Mhm.
What's he saying about his team?
You know, me and Travis haven't talked about them, and I'm not planning to talk to anybody about them because I told Melissa, you know, at least from my point of view and the people that I know, the people who like Michigan on my social media, they never say anything about Michigan State when Michigan State loses. And I showed her. I scrolled. I said, "Look, they lost today. You don't see nothing on my timeline for anybody who likes Michigan saying anything about Michigan State."
Because we don't care.
But when Michigan State sees that Michigan loses to anybody, up and down my timeline, so many people talking so much shit. Yeah, all right, Ma. I know you heard that, but hey, y'all know you heard that too, but fuck that too. Anyway.
Well, that didn't take long.
Anyway, Michigan State, they always have something to say about Michigan.
Yeah.
It does not like that's. I never ever cared if Michigan State lost until Michigan lost to Appalachian State. That's because I got killed. So many Michigan State people came at me. And I'm like, why are y'all like? I'm like, okay, we lost. Like, why are y'all making this a big deal? And that's where my dislike for Michigan State came from. Before that, I never cared. I used to always look at Sports Center to see Eastern one, Western, Central, Michigan State, Michigan. I always wanted all of the Michigan teams to win. Now, no.
Nope.
But I tell you what, though, I honestly do feel sorry for the coach. I did not want him to get an extension. I know this is piss kicks and flicks, and I don't care about Michigan and Michigan State football, but I don't care. I feel like talking about this shit. Anyway,
yep.
I feel bad for the coach because they gave him an extension. And
this is tough.
Yeah, it's rough. So, you know, they gave him an extension, and they're getting blown out right now by teams that are unrated.
They gave
and
him
they came in.
I saw.
Yeah.
See, you know what? Travis is doing that. I'm talking about Michigan State, and Travis is messing with my internet right now. Travis,
oh, that's funny.
Oh, y'all don't want me to talk. Crowd don't want me to talk. Anyway, so they gave him an extension, and it was a little too early. In my opinion, it was too early because now that they're losing, you know, they're going to start killing him if they don't turn things around. And it's unfair because it's like, come on now, like this is a black coach. Like sometimes they will get it faster. You know, they'll get that hate real fast, and I hate to see that. Now I'm feeling bad for him because I don't want him to get killed. I mean, I'm not talking about literally, but like verbally through social media.
No, I get you. I get you
he's
for
a
real.
bad coach. He's not that good. This, that, and the other. You know, but I'm still ready for us to beat them though. Anyway, ready to talk about some Cobra Kai now?
It has to happen. Yeah. So, you know, in the last week we covered. Yes, sir. We covered episode 1, 2, and 3. So you know, if you haven't heard those or haven't watched it yet, make sure you check that out. And we're gonna do 3, 4, and 5 today.
No. 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6. My bad.
Yeah, we did 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, and 6. So we left last show. Johnny and Carmen are pregnant, and they kind of pick up right there. You know, they're trying to figure out where to go from here. You know, I mean, this relationship is brand new, and all that stuff. So, I mean, of course, it's going to be tough, but slowly and surely, you know, you hope they'll figure it out. Meanwhile, we Chosen and Daniel are kind of trying to figure out their next move, and Amanda, as usual, is trying to keep everything together.
Oh man,
Chosen is really he's not the greatest house guest. Plus, she's never really been a huge fan of this whole war between Cobra Kai, Miyagi Do, Daniel, and Johnny, and all that.
You know what, Joe? At this point in time, though, honestly, there really isn't a war between Cobra Kai and Miyagi Do or Eagle Fang, because Terry Silver is different than John Kreese.
Yes.
Terry Silver is not sending kids to attack Daniel and Johnny's students.
No, Terry Silver is very calculated.
Yeah.
He's very pinpoints.
But that's small potatoes to them. He's not even thinking about them. Daniel is actually being, the instigator, and he just making things worse for his own self, honestly.
Well, he just wants Cobra Kai taken down, and he thinks of Terry Silver as a worse enemy than John Kreese ever was.
Worse or more dangerous?
I mean,
because he has the money, and he's calculated and sick in the head.
Well, yeah, and Daniel still has resentment from what he put him through. So,
right.
Yeah, I mean, he's very worried, and it makes him crazy. I mean, honestly, that's how it goes. We start to see the new feud between Cobra Kai, Miyagi Do, and Eagle Fang at the water park. Everyone, I know it's a TV show and I get it, but there's no way all three groups are at the water park at the same time.
Never.
Right.
But it is what it is. Meanwhile, Miguel and what do you call it? Are trying to, I don't know why I'm flaking on her name right now. Daniel's son, our daughter. They're trying to figure out where to go with their friendship now that it's not a relationship, and all that crap. And then meanwhile, like, there's still things going on. Daniel's son is having issues with his new bully, after he got caught up at the tournament, getting beat up. And so the Cobra Kai's picking on him, and he doesn't want to talk about it because deep down, I think he kind of feels like he earned it. He deserves it a little bit. But I mean, eventually his sister finds out and kind of tells him, like, you're going to have to start standing up for yourself. You're going to have to work this out because you don't. Yes, you've already taken care of that. You've said you're sorry. You've made amends, and now these people should be moving on, and you shouldn't be getting bullied. So she's going to try and help him out. But it all kind of boils over at the water park, and they all get kicked out.
Right. And what about Johnny? Johnny
freaking out, trying to find a job, baby proofing his place. He's got a tech guy coming over. He's gonna do like a Uber driving thing, which is hilarious.
Yeah. I love that.
I like
the whole idea. Oh, 100%. I mean, Johnny as an Uber driver is so funny because one, the van with the Eagle Fang on it. I mean, obviously we love the show, so we think it's hilarious. But if you don't know Eagle Fang karate, and this random van pulls up with this weirdo in it who has no idea what he's actually doing, and he thinks he's gonna make a bunch of money, and he's terrible at it. He really is. He's not good at he's not getting to places on time. He's horrible driver. Of course, he's playing his 80s rock music, which most of these people don't want to listen to. He's getting mad because he's getting 1-star reviews. And yeah, he's getting cussed out by everybody. So yeah, the Uber thing's not working out for him. Plus, he got he got a new cell phone because he threw his other cell phone. And I don't know, I think he got a good enough cell phone to be really with that kind of traffic, coming through. He needs a iPhone or something better.
And he's door dashing.
Yeah. And he's reaching in, grabbing the food. Right. Which, I mean, you just, you never know what's going on with that. I'm not a big door dasher. For me, I feel like it's a little bit more than I want to pay for some of the food, but I know some people live by it. And I know a lot of people that do the work, and they say if you want to do it and make the money at it, you really got to get efficient at it. Like a lot of people I talked to said the best way to do it is only take jobs within 10 minutes from where you're at, and then kind of get a good amount of people to like rate you high, so people will want to bring you back. And then once you get that kind of clientele, that's how you make your money. Otherwise, if you're taking every job, if you're driving 40 minutes out of your way, what I mean, you're really
Mm-hmm.
not making decent amount of money. But some people swear by it because it's like instant cash.
Yeah, but I don't think Johnny was making that much money. He damn sure probably
No.
wasn't getting tips.
Oh, not with 1-star reviews. He wasn't doing good at all.
Right.
Tori and Robbie are kind of trying to figure things out because they are on opposite sides of the fence. And with Robbie teaming back up with Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang, and Tori sticking with Cobra Kai. Now, to me, of course, I already know what happens, but she, at this point where we're talking about, she seems like she wants to stay, but her heart's not in it. So you kind of just wonder, like, what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, but she must want to stay there because Robbie gives her an ultimatum, and she really kind of says, well, I'm not quitting, so deal with it.
Right. Well, we know why. We find out why later.
Yeah, definitely. Which is crazy, but makes sense. I get it.
But actually, we find out in probably the next episode. In episode 5, we find out.
The other thing, and this is true Daniel fashion right here, and this is why it's so much harder to be Team Daniel anymore. So his wife Amanda wants to be a part of this group, like a charity group, and of course,
was that in this episode? Was it episode 4 or 5?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. I got it in the background.
Okay.
And so they go to the charity event that she wants to be a part of, and she's got to kind of wow everybody at this event. Well, come to find out, it's at Terry Silver's house, his big house. So of course, Daniel, just like normal, can't put his emotions aside. He thinks there's a plan in motion. He thinks Terry Silver's coming after him and his family.
He was right though. But all Terry Silver had to do is just sit back and let Daniel be himself.
But I think the director kind of wanted us to wonder if Daniel wouldn't have been Daniel, if Terry would have even pulled that off.
Terry Silver knows Daniel, right?
True.
So he knew Daniel was going to react. He knew Daniel was going to think he was up to something.
Well, we all knew that Daniel was going to act that way. But I like to think, somehow that maybe, they want to kind of leave it open-ended. But no, Daniel was just being Daniel. Mm-hmm. His wife asked him very nicely not to be him that, same. But of course, that's just in his nature. He's always got to start stuff and look for fights when there are no fights around.
Right.
And
but at the same time, he thought he was defending his wife and protecting her.
It was such an easy trap to fall into, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Because literally, so Terry Silver, Daniel's watching him the whole time, watching him. And, he's taking a few pot shots, but nothing too serious. And then he starts talking to the main lady in charge, and Daniel kind of overhears the end of the conversation and basically saying something about his wife. So he runs over and makes, saying whatever Terry said was not true, this and that, and basically ruining the whole thing because Terry, of course, went over and was saying nice things and only made it look like he was saying something wrong and nasty, making Daniel look like a complete ass. Because did he push Terry or kind of throw him over a table or something?
Well, Terry kind of poked him or something. And this
he
was
definitely
after
took
Terry
advantage of the opportunity.
Well, Terry also, he stoked the fire also because, Daniel gave some bonsai trees to this auction. And Terry ended up, he overpaid for these things, $30,000.
Oh, yeah.
He paid $30,000, spent $30,000 on them. So then, he kind of whispered to Daniel that, maybe he'll use them for mulch.
Yep.
So so that's gonna piss Daniel off. And
Of
then
course.
when he kind of pokes Daniel pushes him away, pushes his hand, and he falls now and knocks the bonsai trees over.
Yeah. I mean,
So that
honestly, Daniel should have went here, listened to his wife, and just stayed away from Terry Silver.
now that would have been the best thing, yes.
Quit trying to watch him. Let him shoot his own self in the foot for once somehow.
Mhm.
Or if nothing happens, I think you win that way. But like I said, they want to cause this drama. They want to create this idea. And like I said, Daniel's going to be Daniel no matter what.
Now, Angel, you were a defender of Daniel with season 1. Like, how do you feel about him now?
So this particular this exact episode and this exact part, I was pissed, and I was pissed only because like I saw it coming. A part of me feels like I would probably act that way if it was like something as serious as Daniel. Like I probably would like. I feel like it would be easy for someone to get me to like almost like shoot myself down. Does that make sense? Like
yeah. I mean,
like,
it just wouldn't be anybody though. It has to be somebody that is a mortal enemy of yours.
But like if it was a clown, right? I could probably get me to do that. Like it would be done. Like
wait. Are you talking about a real clown or just a clown person?
well, if it's a real clown, I'm gonna probably be scared. Like why? Let's not do this again. We're not. I don't want to go.
You brought the clown up.
I'm saying clown person. I'm saying a clown person.
I didn't know which one you were talking about because I know
you said real clown, and now I started.
Yeah, I know you were scared of clowns, so I just assumed if a real clown was there, that you
the day I fight someone and they put on war paint, I'm done. I'm telling you that right now. But
the war paint will be all right. But if they put on that wig and that nose, then
yeah, I'll probably bow out,
that's
bro.
It. He's in your head. That's it. And don't let the big floppy shoe come out. Don't let that happen. Don't let the big floppy shoe come out. Then that's it. Angel is gone. He's jumping over the fence, getting out of there.
So I definitely would have done probably what Daniel would did. Like I could see where like why he did it. I'm not saying he was right. I could just see like how he like burned that own bridge. But it was just like when I saw that personally, I was just like, man, like why you had to see that coming, you know? Like what are the odds of it being at Terry Silver's house? You know he's gonna pester you, he's gonna annoy you.
Right.
Why sit there and let him and first like why sit there and just let him get to you like that? In Miyagi-Do, it's all about
Daniel.
But what I'm saying is like in Miyagi-Do, it's all about having balance. It's all about thinking with a clear head. And like he is so far removed from that it's times like that I wish Miyagi was in the show. I wish he didn't die. So we could have got to see like what the effect would have been.
It probably would have been
a whole different show.
It probably would have ended up being like Daniel. It would have been like Karate Kid 3. It probably would have drove a wedge because Mr. Miyagi wouldn't have fell for any of this stuff that's going on. Like he would have told Daniel, like, go to fucking work.
Yeah. You
own a franchise of car lots. Like, why are you worried about this shit?
No,
like,
for real.
You know where your money is. Like, what's wrong?
You know what's funny to me to see Mr. Miyagi finally snap?
Yeah, I want to see Mr. Miyagi as a force ghost.
Mr. Miyagi grab Daniel, bitch smack him, and be like, "Go to work. Quit filing for all this crap. Get your temper under control. You're a family man.
Like,
let's go."
I definitely agree with you guys. I think also, like, I think personally, he also should have seen where it was going once Terry Silver put like $30,000 for some bonsai tree. Like, get the hell out of here.
Right.
Like $30,000 for some bonsai trees. Like it kind of brought me back to White Chicks when he like said like $50,000 cash to go on a date with a girl. Like that was crazy. So it's just like you should have seen like it was already like he's gonna do whatever it takes. $30,000, and they started out at like 3. Like you should obviously you should know it's gonna like stir up some controversy. You gotta keep a level head. But yeah, like it just in that episode particularly, like I just when I saw that I was like like this is where like personally in my mind, that's why when they asked me what I am, like Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang, or Cobra Kai, I was like, send me Eagle Fang without a doubt, because like just those actions make me hate Miyagi-Do.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
But are those actions Miyagi-Do or just Daniel?
It's Daniel.
Because I don't think Mr.
Who's
Miyagi
the
would have acted
instructor
like
of
that.
Miyagi-Do?
Yeah, but Mr. Miyagi didn't teach Daniel to act like that. He actually taught him to do the
Well, he's
opposite.
not around to still do his teaching, so you have to go with Daniel. He's the one who's like.
But we all can put ourselves in our instructor's heads and say, what would our instructors do? What would they say? Any mentor, not even an instructor, any mentor. So, and none of this. Like Mr. Miyagi would have been cutting his little bones, not paying attention to any of this. If some kid would have gotten messed up at a mall, he would have been like, "Oh, here, take these little clippers and get that tree over there." This would have been a boring show if Mr. Miyagi was alive in there.
Nah, man.
No,
I feel like
no, don't say that. No,
I feel like if
no,
Mr. Miyagi,
no.
he would have added some
I'm
substance.
talking about if this was real life. If this was real life, he would have been like, why are y'all fighting over what?
Miyagi would have made the show amazing.
He would have looked at Robbie and Miguel like, y'all started this.
Show.
He would have been like, you guys started this, and neither one of y'all is hitting Sam. So stop all this shit. Go ahead and stop.
Your mom's still listening, right?
Oh yeah.
You said you were going to be good.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I don't even I almost have tears. Like, I don't even know what to say right now. Like that was wild.
You're gonna go to dinner with mom and get smacked.
Yo, that was like one of the wildest things I've heard Gene say. Yo, like look at him. He's looking up at God. Like, God, why did I just say this, man? Like, yo, that was one of the wildest things I've ever heard Gene say. He said, "Why?" No. Yo, Mr. Miyagi will go up and say, "None of y'all are hitting Sam." Oh my God.
You know what though? He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Hey,
yo, he can't talk. He can't. Yo, for the people that can't see, Gina's having a heart attack right now. Oh,
whatever.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm trying not to die from coughing.
Oh,
this is the kind of greatness you're gonna get on Fist Kicks and Flicks.
Okay? This is why you're on Patreon. You guys need to see this, man. Oh,
well, but also we need a little more of this because Raw hasn't been on in 8 weeks.
Yo,
we gotta bring. Some of that.
I'm still just so I can't believe Gene went there, man. Like I know we all think it, but Gene just came out and just hit us with that one. Oh man,
that's what Melissa always tells me. She always says, "You say the things that I think."
Yeah. Yo,
that's just me.
Yo, I know we've all thought it, but he just went and just said it. That's crazy.
So
perfect. So
did Amanda act the right way?
Yeah. Okay. No, of course.
What do you mean?
That was my significant other, and you mess up some karate thing for me like that? Oh no. I'll probably leave you there.
Did she respond the right way, Joe?
Oh, being mad, of course. Yeah.
No. She was beyond mad. She was pissed.
That's what I'm saying, because she's been dealing with Daniel for all this time, and she's starting to see the worst of him. I don't think she's seeing this side of him because karate hasn't been in his life since their relationship, early in their relationship, when he still had Miyagi. Now that he's a little unhinged because of Cobra Kai, yeah, she's seeing a whole side of him that she doesn't like, and this affected her directly. So of course she's going to be mad. And frankly, when you're that mad, you have to get away and collect your thoughts and figure shit out.
Right. All right, go ahead, Joe. Go to episode number 5 now.
So episode 5 starts off. Stingray comes into the Cobra Kai dojo, and this is the first time we've seen him since his injuries in last season, where he basically put Sensei Kreese into jail and put Terry Silver, the head of Cobra Kai dojo. Even though nobody else knows except for Terry Silver, Stingray, and of course us as the audience, that Terry Silver was the actual one and planned all this to get John Kreese out of the way.
Right.
Again, showing how calculated and frankly how sick he is, because that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out Stingray has Johnny's old Charger with the Cobra Kai on it.
Mm-hmm.
He has a brand new
I
apartment.
think it's a Challenger though, but you're right.
Oh,
Challenger.
Oh,
I think it's a Challenger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
No,
a Charger.
yeah, it's a Challenger. It's a Challenger.
Okay.
Yeah. Either way, I love that car.
Yeah, me too.
To be honest with you, I think they need to really make it in real life and like actually sell it.
I mean, anybody can make it.
I've already seen people on the Cobra Kai website that have it.
Yeah, I've seen people make. I mean, it's just a couple. You know.
It's just wraps.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, all you gotta do is just wrap just certain parts of it and get the paint job. That's it.
I'm saying like Ford should come out and make it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, like an exclusive?
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Like they did with the Transformers.
No,
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Like how they did for Bumblebee.
Would that be nice? That'd be a nice win at a tournament like that. That'll be something of the grand champion.
But I swear to God, I'll pawn the car in.
Yeah, I might compete for that. Like, fuck it. I ain't fought in 20-some years, but all right, I'll try.
All right. Whole game. Let's go.
If they call it the All Valley, oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Joe. So we see something about Amanda. Amanda does something also. She goes back home.
Yep, she goes back home and
we have a special appearance.
Yeah, now what was that girl's name? Because I couldn't even remember what her name was. Jessica. See, I had forgot all about Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
And this one got me because I still didn't know it was her until they showed her back. And then I'm like, oh, because she just looks so different. And they made her Amanda's cousin. So this is how Amanda and Daniel.
I was just about to say, yeah, can we clean
that
up?
Jessica.
Yeah.
Through Jessica. So I thought that was interesting how they brought her in. And
like
you know what else
I
was thinking about? You know how she was bringing Daniel all that macaroni and cheese?
Yep.
Because that's what they were eating that first quote-unquote date, not really a date or whatever it was.
Right.
So,
I'm going to be so honest with you. That is not what I thought about.
What?
When the macaroni and cheese, that is not what I thought about.
Dog,
it took me a couple of days to think about it. I'm like, why was she so excited to bring Daniel like 10 pounds of macaroni and cheese?
I was like, it's like,
it was I was like, 3.
Yo, I was like, oh, that's like a little inside joke or something. I didn't know.
Let me ask you guys this.
I'm sick. Oh, I'm sick.
You're sick. Let me ask you guys this. I don't think you guys paid attention to this. I don't think anybody else did because I haven't seen this online anywhere else. So Jessica and Amanda go to a bar, and then they get into it, and they see their bullies, their mean girls from back when they were in high school. Do you guys realize who that girl was, that main girl?
No.
She was mentioned before. She actually was mentioned in the Karate Kid Part 3. So remember when Daniel first meets Jessica, and there's a picture on the wall, and Daniel asked her, you know, who's in the picture with you? Because she was like mountain climbing, and she had cut the head off of her boyfriend. And Jessica responds, oh, Elizabeth and Rooney is what happened to him. That's who this girl is. So when she came up, she called her Liz at first. And then later on, she calls her by her last name, which was Rooney. So this was the same girl who slept with Jessica's boyfriend, which led her to leave Ohio and come to California.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was looking online to see if anybody else realized that, but I didn't see that.
You know, they love to do that kind of stuff for this because everything they can bring it back. And the more, you know, then people start looking for these conspiracy theories and all that. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Another big thing we got going on this episode, because with the new baby coming along, Johnny really hasn't told anybody. And the reason why is he's trying to fix the relationship between Robbie and Miguel.
I like that.
One is his biological son, but he really looks at Miguel as his son as well.
Right.
And so now that he's trying to bring them together with this new baby coming on the way. So first he starts off, he goes and tries to get him to meet him at Olive Garden. Of course, nothing happens there. They both see each other. They realize what's going on, and they kind of just walk away and say, forget it. Second thing he figures out. So this is Johnny's way to solve problems. He has a modern day problem, and instead of doing the Johnny way, which is usually something crazy, but probably can work, he goes on the internet now, and he starts to search for ways to fix his problem. That's what he did when he found out he was pregnant. He started looking at like what he could do to prepare, and then he went crazy, baby-proofing his house. So now, and I don't know where this came up on the internet. He
made an escape room.
An escape room for for Robbie and Miguel to work together and bond that way. And the part that is even crazier, he switches the door so the lock is on the outside, so they can't get out unless they actually do the exercise.
Joe, you know what's even crazier than that?
What?
Johnny takes the key and throws it down the garbage disposal. Why wouldn't he just put the key in his pocket? It's not like Robbie or Miguel could have took it from him.
Because he's just extreme, okay?
Yeah.
He's over the top extreme. And it's so crazy, but it's so good because, like this, I mean, he had a cactus made out of beer cans.
Yes.
He had a saloon door made out of boxes of beer. He had Miguel's grandma dressed like Billy the Kid or whatever she said her name was.
Yeah, she was Billy the Kid, yes.
I was dying because I'm like, I don't care how mad I am at somebody. I'm gonna check out this escape room because it's hilarious.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Let's just entertain this idea. Oh, they weren't having it at all. But come on, man. At least see what was put together because this thing just looked wild. I mean, this is a small apartment. Was it even a 2 bedrooms in that apartment or just one?
I think it was two
so
bedrooms.
A 2-bedroom apartment. I want to see what he came up with.
Right.
I wanted to see, but of course, the grandma comes in the door, and I think Miguel leaves, and so who does Johnny eventually talk to, and they tell him to do it his way? Was it Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel came in looking crazy. He was drunk.
Yep.
Daniel had been talking to Chosen, and Amanda had been gone. She was in Ohio, so he had talked with Chosen, and he had an idea that he was going to bring Johnny back in. And up until this point, this is episode 5. I didn't realize
Johnny's dealing with a lot. So
I didn't realize Johnny really wasn't doing anything against Cobra Kai. I didn't realize that. I didn't even think about that. He had nothing to do with it. He was done.
He had a lot going on in his own life. So
right.
But of course, when he's asked, he's on board. And
not at first he told Daniel, no, he's like, let's just let it go, man.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And they were just kind of bonded. Like you thought there was about to be some aggression toward Daniel, and he was just like, dude, what are you doing? He was like, what's wrong, man? He give him a beer. They sit down and they talk it out.
Yep.
So
they're really helping each other out. And Daniel tells him, what happened to the old Johnny? Like, do it the Johnny way.
Right.
And I love the Johnny way because I'm like, you know what? It's crazy. It's crazy enough to work. Johnny brings Miguel and Robbie together again. Only, like I said, he's going to do the Johnny way. And the Johnny way is saying, you know what? You guys are mad at each other. You're upset. You got a lot of aggression to get out. Fight each other. Fight each other. I'll make sure, to keep things cool, and I'll break it up if it gets too crazy. But, because we don't need anybody flying off the top ledge and falling down again. But
I thought that was going to happen.
Fight it out. Nah, come on, man. They can't do that again. That'd be insane.
Yeah, if it was in episode 10, I would have thought like maybe something's about to happen. But in episode 5, I didn't think nothing was going to happen.
No, they're not going to do that. So they start, but they did make it dramatic, of course. They start off. They're at the apartments. They're fighting each other, and they all of a sudden they have to go up the stairs and make it to the second floor, and they kind of get in the same situation they did in season.
And Johnny knew that things were going a little bit. He was thinking like maybe it's going a little too far because he's trying to tell them to stop.
Yep,
they weren't stopping.
Yeah, so when Miguel had fallen off and everything, and they do kind of get to that point, and then they stop, and they talk it out. They figure out like why did you stop when we were fighting? before. And Miguel kind of gives his reasoning, and then he asks Robbie, "Why did you not? Why did you hit me? Why did you I know you didn't mean to knock me over, but why did you do that?" And he said, "I just had so much anger and aggression and so much everything that I had to get out, and I kind of took it out on you
Yep.
because you were in front of me." And they realize, I mean, really how crazy this rivalry between the two of them was. And I does Johnny slip up and tell them after that
Yeah,
that
yeah,
yeah. So he says,
Yeah, he does.
thank God, because we're going to be a family, and he tells them that they're pregnant, and now they're happy. It's one big happy family.
yeah. They were really happy.
Well, I think I mean, I don't think just that fight and a little bit of words would have got you through, but I mean, they got a 45-minute episode, so I guess you just got to keep it pushing.
Hmm.
But yeah, they're excited. This is Johnny's chance to kind of start over, and now he's got two kids to kind of share it with, and I mean that's great. That's fantastic.
Hmm.
And we, one rivalry down, about what, 6 more to go.
Yeah, right. Let's go to episode. And then also, I like that they did have that Olive Garden. They're eating it in the house, and then Carmen comes in, and she's looking like, "What the hell's going on?" And she was surprised to see Robbie, and Johnny let her know that they made up. Everything was okay now.
Yep.
So let's go to episode number 6.
Did we talk about the fight in the bar with the girls?
No,
Yeah,
that
I kind of just talked about it a little bit, but no, go ahead. If you want to talk about it, go ahead.
I mean, it was pretty simple for the most part.
It really wasn't much to talk about. I
it
mean,
wasn't much.
yeah, Sam comes in and kicks the bully, and they ran away. Elizabeth Ann Rooney, she kicks her in the side, and they kind of run away.
Yeah, Jessica also explains exactly what happened to Daniel.
Yes. Yeah, this is important.
That
Yeah,
Amanda didn't know about, and it really gives Amanda more perspective on why Daniel is acting the way he's acting,
but isn't
and
that
why
messed up?
Terry Silver drives him crazy.
Isn't that messed up? Like Daniel had been telling her, like who this guy is and how sick he is,
But he never gave her the full story.
Well,
Yeah,
now
he
that's
never
just his
told
fault.
her.
That's his fault.
That is his fault. You're right. It is.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to spare her, but I mean, you can't just act crazy and not.
But I don't think she would have believed him anyway if he would have said
No.
It took somebody else. She had to have it had to come from somebody else to say what happened,
Well,
and then she kind of understood.
The other problem that we see here is Daniel confronts Terry Silver head on, and he, with a full head of steam, he's not thinking straight. I mean, he gives Terry a run for his money, but Terry really picks him apart and really hurts him pretty bad.
Yeah,
Worst of all, he breaks his spirit. He breaks Daniel's spirit for the first time ever.
Yeah. So Daniel ends up going back to Stingray's to bring him a new PlayStation because when they confronted Stingray before, his PlayStation got broken. So when he comes back, Stingray isn't there, but Terry Silver is. And he pretty much beats the hell out of Daniel.
Yes. Pretty badly.
Yeah.
So that's how that, and then they do show John Kreese, and was it just John at the end of that, or did they show Tori visiting with him?
I can't remember. I don't know if that was the beginning of episode 6 or the end of 5. I can't remember. I think it was the end of 5.
They showed Kreese. I'm kind of watching it now, but they showed Kreese at the end.
But they also
just kind of
but they're doing like a voiceover, and Johnny comes to the house also. Yeah, because he realized he needs to help Daniel at this point.
Yeah, so everyone's on board.
And then
now,
we see John Kreese.
Except for Daniel now is out. Which is crazy because now he's got everyone ready to work together, and now Daniel's done. I think his spirit is broken. He is he got beat up. He's kind of like he wants to bury his head in the sand a little bit. So he's just kind of acting like nothing happened. He's going to go to work and it's a regular day. Amanda's back now, and she's on board taking Terry Silver down. But like I said, they got to kind of work on Daniel now again and bring him back on board. On top of that, you're right, we do see Tori is visiting with John Kreese, and we find out she is the mole at Cobra Kai. This is why she wouldn't leave Cobra Kai. She's trying to help John Kreese take down Terry Silver to the point where
she also tried to help.
Help Daniel.
She tried to help Daniel. Yeah, she tried to help Daniel. She ended up telling him. Well, she put a newspaper article in his mailbox saying that Stingray was a liar. So that's why Daniel even went to go see Stingray in the first place.
Yes. Which is, Daniel tried to follow that lead, but he really couldn't do much with it, or at least get any proof. So they're going to try and work on getting proof. Also, at the beginning of this episode, we get a new player. We get a girl who was the daughter of Terry Silver and John Kreese's original instructor.
Granddaughter.
Out of Korea. Granddaughter, yes, you're right. Granddaughter. So
she's scary.
Terry Silver's she's very scary. He's bringing her in. She's going to kind of shape things up. She's going to weed things out, and the rest of his plan is kind of starting to come together. He's not only is he buying up real estate and trying to take over the valley, but he's actually looking to take over other karate schools. He shows up at Topanga Karate, and he wants to buy them out and take over.
He kind of lied to the instructor also. The
100%.
He was sticking around still teaching. That wasn't the case.
Not even close. And he wants the tough students. So the granddaughter, she kind of has a way of weeding people out, kind of seeing who's Cobra Kai material and who is not, by making people kind of fight each other and see who's going to be the bigger asshole, to be honest, which is kind of what I got out of it.
Right.
Meanwhile,
she's actually there to test. She's trying to test Tori.
Well, that's the thing that we don't know until, you really see what she's doing. And Tori is not, right off the bat, is not passing these tests. Because like I said, she's already she wants to be out of Cobra Kai, but she also wants to help John Kreese. Because he did help her out a lot last season. For the most part. So I think she feels connected to him, but slowly but surely we're kind of seeing that John Kreese, I'm going to be honest, I really thought that the idea of this season, now that we've got Johnny redeemed from the past, I thought maybe they were going to try and redeem Kreese, and he would help out and turn a new leaf. Only because at the tournament, even when Terry Silver was kind of like telling Tori to pull a Johnny, sweep the leg, John stepped in and said, let her do what she's got to do. You know what I'm saying?
How can Johnny or Daniel How could Johnny or Daniel ever believe anything that John Kreese says? He's lied to them so many times. I don't see how it can be realistic that he gets redeemed and they believe him.
No, you're right. But I thought he really did. I mean, I thought he still has this parent-son relationship with Johnny that he really still wants.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe he would go off of that and then just kind of, if they helped get him out of jail, maybe they could redeem him. But yeah, that we find out soon that that's not going to happen. Not even close.
Right.
Kreese is trying to get his own way out by he's got parole hearing coming up, so he's kind of doing therapy, and he's trying to fake it, but the therapist picks it up real quick. Yeah, she's not fooled at all. He's
but
also let himself. Go ahead.
Like I was telling Melissa when we were watching this part, it's kind of messed up and kind of hard for him to tell the truth because he's not in jail for something that he did. So how can he, go to therapy and get fixed for something that he feels like he didn't do? He's in jail for the wrong reasons,
But if he's gonna try and trick the therapist, he's got to play the game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, he's trying, but he can't do it, and he's getting picked on in jail, and for whatever reason, he's letting it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a little defeated at this point, and
he was trying to play a good guy. Also, he thought he was going to get out on good behavior.
He really did, but he's going to turn that around eventually. I don't know if it's this episode or not. He's going to have a fire kind of get lit under his ass, and
I think so.
Oh yeah, so he's going to show that he's not the victim that they all think he is, but it's going to take a minute. And he has these during therapy at one point. He's having these crazy dreams of everybody in his life kind of coming at him, and everyone, young Johnny, his old drill instructor, just kind of everyone that's
his old
made his
girlfriend.
life. Yeah, everything that's kind of made him who he is, and I think it kind of drives him a little crazy. It makes him go a little nuts.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening here? Oh, Johnny and Chosen, they go to kind of disrupt things over at the Topanga Dojo takeover, and this really, to me, I love Chosen in this.
Yeah, I do
and
too.
Chosen and Johnny, they're starting to bond a little bit because they're both kind of the same person.
Yeah, I like how
Chosen,
they were. They started off their conversation with each other, pretty much dissing Daniel, but then they showed that they both had respect for Daniel because they started talking about all of his accomplishments.
Yeah, I mean, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Chosen to me was definitely the best part of this whole season.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he brought a Miyagi aspect, but he wasn't trying to be Miyagi.
Yeah, he was a badass Miyagi.
He really was. I loved it.
Yeah.
The other thing we got going on here is Kyler kind of thinks he's the new top dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that funny. Because, I mean, he's got his ass kicked so many times, it's not even funny.
Right.
So to think that he's the top dog now, like, I was really hoping he would just get beat up again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And towards the end of the episode, like you said, Kreese does kind of get his wits back about him. And he's got this group kind of picking on him. And he takes him out.
Yeah.
He takes him out, no problem. And actually kind of becomes top dog in prison.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of realizing he's not going to get out the way he wants to get out, acting all nice and good. So he's got to bring the dog back in him and show these people, I'm not an old man you're going to want to mess with. So they're calling him Sensei. Right. I mean, he's got the whole prison. Yeah, the whole prison's calling him Sensei. He's running things now. He's top dog. And then Daniel is starting to feel down on himself. Like I said, he's in the dojo kind of reminiscing, and it takes Amanda and Robbie to bring him back into the fold. Sam and the rest of the Miyagi-Do kids, they're ready to get their sensei back. They're ready to do their part.
Right. And Eagle Fang. Because Johnny was there
Eagle
also.
Fang, they're ready to figure things out here, which is great because, I mean, it's going to take the whole team.
Right.
Because Cobra Kai kind of is really, they're a step ahead at all points. And
Daniel was ready, and Daniel was down too. Once he saw everybody come together, he was like, okay, I'm back. Like, we can do it.
I think it's something we wanted to see last season. I know I wanted to see it last season. It didn't happen. So I'm glad to see everybody coming together. I'm sick of the whole Johnny and Daniel back and forth.
I think that's done now.
It's definitely done. I mean, Johnny's not going to start acting up again now that he's got his family back together.
Yeah, no.
He's got a kid on the way. Mm-hmm. And he even kind of said, like, he wants to emulate Daniel's life to a certain point. I mean, he doesn't want to be, the prim and proper, whatever, bougie party animal or whatever that Daniel and his wife are. But he wants to be, he wants that family life. He wants to take care of his family and be a good dad. So I definitely think he looks up to Daniel in that aspect of life.
Yep. So that's it. Episodes 4, 5, and 6. Did you guys enjoy this block of episodes?
Yeah, I could see where it's going. It was really, on a upward trend compared to the first 3 episodes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was ready for it. Let's, want to see how it finished.
Mm-hmm. All right, what do you guys give it?
A.
Yeah, I'll give it A for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so next week we got 7, 8, and 9. That's gonna be a fun show. 7, 8, and 9 for next week.
Are we just gonna do 10 on its own?
Yeah, 10 and just do a recap of the whole season.
All right.
Yeah,
that works.
So, all right, cool. You guys got anything else? Any closing remarks?
You know what? Just like I'm gonna try and remind people, check us out on Patreon, man. Have a look. There's some really good bonus episodes, more to come.
We gotta get on ours also. We gotta start.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with some of our own bonus content, and $5, $5, 10, 15. Check it out, see what it's about. And support us, man. Get it together. Let's go.
That's right. Angel, you got anything?
No, what Joe said.
All right. Everybody stay safe, stay strong. We'll holler at you next week. I'll talk to you later, Ma. Producer, play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.